Shishupal meets his end. The appointed hour of the Somyag, an important part of the Yajna, soon arrived. In this, Yudhishthir, as the host and the performer of the Yajna, was required to honor the invited kings. He had to choose the person to whom the honor of the foremost worship was to be accorded. Yudhishthir turned to the grandsire Bhishma and asked, "Grandfather, out of all these assembled kings, renowned for their greatness, intelligence and valor, who is worthy of being worshipped first?" Bhishma replied, "Yudhishthir, I can think of none other than Sri Krishna, who is more worthy to be worshipped first. His presence brings divinity to this august assembly. He is your friend, philosopher and guide, and is also the protector of this yajna. Do therefore accord the honor of first worship to Sri Krishna." Yudhishthir was filled with joy and reverence when he heard these words of his grandfather. He then proceeded to wash Sri Krishna's feet with holy water, and to the accompaniment of mantras, duly performed the worship of Krishna. Yudhishthir then presented Vasudev with precious gifts as a mark of respect. Sri Krishna accepted Yudhishthir's worship respectfully. The yajna rituals were in progress when everyone's attention was duly diverted. Shishupal, the king of Chedi, had risen from his seat and was in a rage. The honor of the first worship given to Sri Krishna angered him beyond control. Shishupal, a cousin of Krishna, was also his sworn enemy and could not bear to see him honored thus. The king of Chedi started hurling abuse after abuse at Sri Krishna and the Pandavas. Yudhishthir, greatly disturbed at this, tried to pacify him with soft words. But Bhishma announced, "Shishupal is a cousin of both Sri Krishna and the Pandavas, as their mothers are Vasudev's sisters. But he has always hated the Yadav clan. He was born with 4 arms and 3 eyes, seeing which his father was about to throw him away. But a voice from the heavens foretold that this boy would grow up to be strong and powerful. He would be wicked, and that he, in whose lap Shishupal's extra limbs and eye would fall away, would also become his slayer." The king therefore safeguarded his deformed son, asking every visitor to hold the child in his lap. When Balram and Sri Krishna went to Chedi to visit their aunt, Krishna took Shishupal in his lap. The next instant, the baby's extra limbs and eye disappeared. Shishupal's mother, knowing that Krishna would be her son's slayer, prayed for a boon that Krishna would not kill him. Sri Krishna promised his aunt that he would forgive 100 crimes of Shishupal. Sri Krishna was calm and silent so far. Finally, he stood up and announced in his deep and resonant voice, "I have pardoned Shishupal on more than 100 occasions, but he has crossed all limits of tolerance." Immediately there was a flash, and Sri Krishna's forefinger shone with the blazing light of his Sudarshan Chakra, which sped like lightning. Before anyone could realize what was happening, Shishupal's head had rolled off his shoulders. His lifeless body fell to the ground with a thud. After Shishupal was slain by Sri Krishna, there was no further obstacle to the completion of the Rajasuya Yajna. To the accompaniment of Vedic mantras, Yudhishthir's coronation as the Emperor of Bharat was formalized. The Yajna was thus successfully completed.